Good evening. Good evening, everyone. A very hearty welcome to all of you for this class. Hope I'm audible, visible, no issues with the network and anything, right? Can we start the class? Arogyam Institute? Yes, no issues. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll start. So, in this class, as I told you, we will be discussing about some kitchen spices and some medicinal plants, right? Okay, yes. Okay, yeah. Hitkar ahar. So, Ayurveda always advocates anything, this Hitakar ahar, that is food which is good for health, which helps in maintenance of the health. जो आहार हमारा दोषों को बैलेंस में रखता है and also which does not cause vitiation of any of the tumors or entities, so that is said to be हितकर आहार. Yes, हमारे सेहत के लिए अच्छा है, so that is हितकर आहार. So Hitakar ahar or beneficial food and common spices, that is the topic of the day. Pathya is one which is good for body and soul and for enhancing immunity. Patha का मतलब है road, मार्ग, right? So पथ्य का मतलब है अगर हम पथ में चल रहे हैं, so that is pathya. So road towards what? Road towards good health. So पथ्य का मतलब है जो भी आहार हमारा सेहत ठीक रखता है, that is which is good for our health, which helps in maintenance of all the doshas of the body. So that ahar, that type of ahar is said to be pathya. So it is good for our body and soul and for enhancing immunity. Then it is to be consumed daily. So हर रोज हमें ये पथ्य आहार ही कंज्यूम करना चाहिए. So पथ्य आहार का एक और डेफिनेशन है जो भी आहार हमें हर रोज कंज्यूम करना चाहिए. So that is pathya. It is beneficial for all irrespective of various parameters of ayurveda like prakriti, desha, kala, etc. So there are certain specific food items among every group, so which is said to be good for all prakriti people, for all types of pradeshas. You know which are all the types of desha, right? Jangala, Anupa, and Sadharana, and Kala also. So Kala here refers to the seasons. So हर season में जो अच्छा है, हर प्रकृति व्यक्ति के लिए अच्छा है, and हर प्रदेश में रहने वालों के लिए consume करने में योग्य है. So that is said to be pathya. So what all types of ahar are actually very good? Let us have a look at this. So we discussed this point also. Hope all of you remember. Shashtikan, Shalimudgan, Saindhavamalakeyavan. You remember that, right? So those food items are exactly what we need to consume every day. So what to take? Honey, that is shahad, ghee, we all know that. Then especially desi gai ka ghee, and water, a pure consumable, what do we say, it has potable water, peene yogya pani, so which is shuddha, nirmal, all these. Milk, then rice, and those who are accustomed to having meat, non-vegetarian food, so for them jangalamams, you know that, right? So they are animals which dwell in the dry arid zones, so such animals meat. Okay, so for vegetarians, 1 2 3 4 5 are the above 5 are good, and non-vegetarians, yes, that is bad. Then best and worst choices for daily basis. So rice ke category mein we have best and worst both. So red rice, which is unpolished, which still has that glutinous cover, that is said to be the best. Yavaka type is not so good. Pulses में मूंग दाल बहुत अच्छा है. You might be reading that pulses are good sources of protein, right? So protein का source है, लेकिन देखिए मूंग dal is said to be the best for regular consumption, and urad dal is not so good for regular everyday consumption. So can you hear me? Any problem with the sound? Tanmaya says no voice. Is it so? Can you all hear me? Arogyam? Yes, yes. I'm audible. It seems. Tanmaya, please check your network. Hmm? Yeah, yeah. So everyone is saying that I'm audible. Right. So among the pulses varieties, among dals, moong dal is the best and urad dal not fit for daily consumption. Among different types of salts, Saindhav Lavan is the best and Osher variety. Osher is actually which is available in specific part where specific parts of the country, which is not widely available. Okay. Okay, so that is Osher variety. Vegetables में जीवंती is said to be the best. देखिए ये जीवंती पुराने जमाने में it was one which was identified to this day as Leptidemia reticulata. लेकिन probably because I mean we are using this in medicine and this was used in olden days as a regular diet. But nowadays it's only available in the form of medicine. Sarshap shag, that is sarson ka saag, is not so good. Among different varieties of ghee, we have discussed about ghee ka varg, right? Cow ghee is said to be the best. Even in cow ghee, desi gai ka ghee is the best. And sheep ghee is not so good. Among different types of milk, desi gai ka doodh is the best and sheep milk is not so good. You might be wondering why they're telling, stressing more upon sheep milk and sheep ghee and all, because even to this day in the region of Shivalik range, so their sheep rearing is one of the main occupations. So people are consuming sheep milk and sheep ghee, all these. Among different types of oil, till oil is the best. Kusumba taila, that is Carthamus tinctorius, safflower oil is not so good. Root vegetables may adrak, which we use as a condiment, is said to be the best. And potatoes, alukas are not so good. Fruit के different varieties में munaka is said to be the best, that is raisin or kishmish. Then nikuch, monkey fruit, that is which is a variety of jackfruit, the smaller one. So that is its botanical name is Atrocarpus lacucha. That is not so good. Sugarcane products में sharkara, that is sugar, is considered to be the best. And fanit, which you get in places where they process this sugarcane juice and prepare many different products of sugarcane. No, so there you find it. It is in the liquid form, farnit. So that is not so good. So you might be wondering, what is this? Madam is telling sharkara, that is shakar is the best, but nowadays we are all avoiding this sugar. Yes, in olden days, compared to any other sugarcane products, sharkara, that is shakar, that is sugar, was better. I mean, best. But nowadays, what is happening is the method of preparation of present day sugar, that bleaching and different forms of chemical processing, all these are making sugar worse for consumption. So, like that, you can consider because it is very much contrary to what you study in modern dietetics, isn't it? Right. So, this is about Hitkar ahar. Now, let us move on to the next topic, that is common kitchen spices. So, common kitchen spices and herbs, of course. Yes, tulsi is the first plant. So, I consider that each and every Indian will definitely have one tulsi plant in their home, minimum, right? So, among different varieties of tulsi, green leaf tulsi, that is Rama tulsi bolte hai, right? So, that is considered to be the best. It is most commonly found and used in India. So, tulsi is considered to be the best, um, what to say, medicinal plant which has wide range of utility. Okay, so it's in those people's home where they do puja regularly and they use this tulsi tirat every day. Yes, it has great benefits on their immunity as well as general health, right? So as I have told you that combination of tulsi and bilwa is said to be pavitra mishrana. So it is not to be consumed too much also, right? So what are the indications? Let us see. Fever, and it has very good anti-malarial property. See, Vishama type of jwara is said to be a malarial type of fever. So that is the best drug. Anti-toxic effect, Vishahara activity, lots you find in Tulsi. It also helps in purifying the blood. अगर रक्त दुष्टि है, kapha related blood kapha related skin problems, so for that this is the best तुलसी. Then कैसे यूज करना चाहिए हमें तुलसी? Decoction form, that is kashaya form, dried powder. The seeds have to be dried and that powder is used. Freshly taken 10 leaves daily. Minimum, दो तुलसी दला बोलते हैं, right? The 4-leaved tulsi dala. So 1 or 2 dalas can be consumed. So since it is used for puja every day, yes, we all need to take the tulsi tirat regularly, right? Swarasa. See, sometimes in conditions of fever and cold, what we do is this tulsi has to be pounded well and taken inside a kora cloth, a nice thin kora cloth, and you have to squeeze it. Turn it and squeeze it. When you squeeze, the juice is extracted. So this juice is said to be the best for kapha related problems, for common cold and cough associated with mucus and all these conditions. Also, tulsi seeds are used. Okay. So these are different forms of usage of tulsi. Next is methi. See, apart from this, tulsi is used in many Ayurvedic formulations like tulsi kalpa, tulasyasava, and in many anti-fever products. We see tulsi as one of the best ingredients. And you also have tulsi ka tablets, tulsi ka syrup also, right? So this is about tulsi. Moving on to the next, that is methi. So yes, we all find this in our kitchen, isn't it? Methi ka leaves also we use as vegetable, leafy vegetable, and methi ka seeds also. The mustard colored small seeds, which are which give a very nice aroma to the dish that we prepare, sambar or curries. So for that, methi is generally used. So indications of, see, methi is botanically identified as mentha spinata. So methi is the best among the leafy vegetables. So what are the indications? Fenugreek seed and leaves are good for increasing breast milk in lactating women. So for new mothers, regularly we need to prepare dishes containing methi, like methi ka dal or methi ka what to say paratha. All these things can be prepared, and methi leaves to be used on a daily basis. It's really very good. It's also helpful for treating diabetes. You might have seen people with diabetes, they just soak this methi overnight and next day morning they consume the water, as well as some people they have this methi seeds also, or there is also another practice like they fry this methi, dry fry, and powder it. So that powder is regularly consumed for people suffering with diabetes. It also helps in lowering the cholesterol because it helps reducing the blood sugar levels also, right? So that is how methi is used. It's mainly used as a green leafy vegetables, and seeds are used for seasoning and preparing masalas. Then you can consume it either by incorporating it in your diet or chewing its seeds after soaking them overnight. Also, there is one practice you might be knowing, like methi along with a little bit of buttermilk or curd. So this is given in conditions where there is continuous diarrhea, atisar, watery stools, loose stools, जैसे conditions में. So this is also given. It helps in improving the digestive ability, right? So this is about methi. Next, turmeric, which is also called as haldi. इसका आयुर्वेद नाम है हरिद्रा. It is botanically identified as curcuma longa. So this belongs to ginger family. Zingiberaceae is the name. Okay. So turmeric, the yellowish powder that we get, which is also used. See, it has a very nice synonym as Yoshita Priya. Yoshita means what? Yoshita means Mahila or the lady, Stree. So it is liked by ladies for different reasons. First thing is it improves the complexion, enhances the skin health. That is first reason. Second is when it is consumed internally or for cooking. Generally, ladies, they won't proceed with cooking when there is no turmeric. So that is also one thing. And apart from all this, the spiritual aspect, like it is one which we offer to the God, right? So we use it for different purposes, for decorating and all these things. So turmeric also has great health benefits. It has a very nice another name called as Nisha, which is a name liked by most of the directors, right? So why the name Nisha, you might be wondering. Nisha ka matlab hai raat. Why it is termed as raat? Because when it is collected during night, we find more active principles. So अगर हमें ज्यादा medicinal properties लेना है इस plant से, so please collect it in the night. Yes, so these are different names. Let me talk about the indications. It is, see, one more thing, it is so good that the demand is more, and sometimes people start admixing many other unwanted colors and other substances like methanol along with this turmeric, which proves to be very harmful. Like इससे कैंसर भी हो सकता है, इसलिए इसको कार्सिनोजेनिक बोलते हैं, right? So be very careful, and you need to conduct some genuinity tests for seeing whether the turmeric that you have got is pure or not. So always go for a good brand turmeric. और the best is आप ये roots, rhizomes मिलता है ना turmeric का, वो लाके पाउडर अपने घर में, या फिर you get it pounded somewhere. Okay, so this is regarding a bit of introduction about turmeric. It is antiseptic for cuts. Let us see what our slide says. Burns and bruises. Cuts, burns and bruises may natural and organic and no adulterant mixed turmeric is actually very good. Remember this part. It also makes coping with diabetes easier. So there is a very nice and very effective preparation. इसका मतलब है sorry, इसका नाम है निशा मलकी. Nisha is this haridra or haldi. Amalaki is amla. So combination of this nisha malaki, it is available in the form of powder. This is actually very good for coping up with diabetes. Then next point is raw turmeric juice is used to treat hyperacidity and indigestion. बिकॉज इससे न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाता है गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस, एंड ये डाइजेशन को किंडल कर देता है, इसलिए इट इज वेरी गुड फॉर द इंडाइजेशन ऑल्सो. देन the juice of raw turmeric also acts as blood purifier, especially kapha related problems or skin problems where kapha is deranged. ऐसे कंडीशंस में टर्मरिक बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन पित्त प्रकृति वालों ने अगर इसका यूज ज्यादा करते हैं तो they tend to suffer from this jalan and redness and all these things. Okay, and then it is used to treat arthritis. Arthritis का मतलब है joint pain. Basically anything that is ending with itis is suggesting that there is inflammation या सूजन. So joint का सूजन, joint का pain and all these inflammation, ऐसे conditions में ये बहुत अच्छा है because it has anti-inflammatory properties. Then usage, कैसे use करना है इसे? It is used in dry, fresh and powdered form. So sometimes yes, even the fresh turmeric is also available in market, or you can grow it on your own. So all of you make a pledge saying that you would plant some medicinal plants at your home and take care of it regularly, right? Then we are all aware about this golden milk, isn't it? Haldi ka doodh. So golden milk, the most popularized drink accepted by many Indians to enhance immunity. So golden milk, you know how to prepare. We have discussed about all these things all these days, isn't it? So thoda sa haldi, or if at all needed, add some pepper powder and ginger powder to hot water. Let it boil for some time. Later on, add milk. If at all you need some sweet taste, you can add sugar. Otherwise, like that only you can have. So regular consumption of haldi along with food is very important and it's very useful, right? So this is about turmeric. Next is coriander. Coriander का संस्कृत नेम है धान्य का, हिंदी में इसे हम धनिया बोलते हैं. Coriandrum sativum is the botanical name. Yes, so this is coriander. It is used in fresh as well as dry state, right? So we all love this coriander. So maximum those who are diet conscious, they use this more, isn't it? Also, there is one more type of modification of the leaf that it stores good amount of food and इसके वजह से ये विटामिन रिच है. So coriander तो हम ज्यादा यूज करते हैं, right? For garnishing the dishes, isn't it? Yes, so this is about coriander. Let us see what the slide says. Indications, they strengthen the stomach. Always remember this dhanya ka ya coriander. It is very good for strengthening the stomach. So it makes the muscles also stronger. At the same time, it helps in relieving the flatulence. कभी कभी ऐसा हो जाता है कि lot of gas is accumulated in the stomach and this is relieved by consumption of this coriander preparations. Okay, then what happens is the sphincter action, esophageal sphincter or the pyloric sphincter especially, वो relax कर देता है ये coriander. So इसके वजह से ये coriander में ज्यादा वो what to say that volatile oils are present. इसके वजह से these volatile oils के वजह से the muscle relaxation activity is seen. So coriander juice is highly beneficial in deficiencies of vitamin A, B1, B2, C and iron. 1 or 2 teaspoonful of coriander juice added to fresh buttermilk is highly beneficial in treating digestive disorders such as indigestion, nausea, dysentery, hepatitis, and ulcerative colitis. So, usage, all parts of herb are edible and can be used in recipe preparations like chutneys and etc. और इसके साथ ही अगर पित्त का कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, like for example there is vomiting sensation या nausea is ulti आने जैसा feeling but ulti does not happen all the time. So in even in such conditions, headache and as I generally tell you that brahma like feeling, in such conditions a coriander ka milk, that is coriander and little bit of sugar candy, so combination of this along with milk is a very good preparation. थोड़ा सा इलायची भी ऐड करना है इसमें. So this consuming this regularly will help in even neutralizing the acidity part, gastritis, all these. So always remember coriander strengthens the stomach part, gastrum bolte hai, right? So isliye gastritis, I have told you gastritis has nothing to do with gas problem. Gastritis is inflammation of inner lining of the stomach mucosa, right? Next is black pepper. Black pepper को हम आयुर्वेद में मरीचा बोलते हैं. In Hindi it is काली मिर्च. So botanical name is Piper nigrum. ये belong होता है Piperaceae family को. So black pepper is very commonly used kitchen spice. इसका indications, or you all remember it is one of the ingredients of trikatu. So can you all type me the ingredients of trikatu? All in same message you have to type. Which are the 3 ingredients of trikatu? I'll wait for your answer. Then we'll proceed further also. So ye black pepper is very good in combating kapha related problems. Always remember. लेकिन अगर पित्त प्रकृति वालों ये ब्लैक पेपर को ज्यादा कंज्यूम करते हैं, so they will land up with problems like abscess or some blisters or simple rashes. Okay, so it may cause thoda sa burning sensation if it is consumed excess for many number of days, not for 1 or 2 uses. Okay, then black pepper is useful in relieving flatulence. So what is flatulence? You all know, accumulation of excess gas in the digestive system which does not allow the movement of the food particles or all these properly. So that is called as flatulence. Then this flatulence is actually gas problem. Like in gastritis is different, right? Then pepper has a stimulating effect on digestive organs and produces an increased flow of saliva and gastric juices. So this has to be kept in mind. Then usage, black pepper in the form of trikatu, as I told you just now, is the most common used in treating respiratory symptoms and obesity. Example, trikatu with honey. So, lekin The prescription, dosage, everything should be procured from a registered Ayurvedic medical practitioner. Please don't try this and don't prescribe this on yourself, by yourself. Hmm? Used with jaggery and buttermilk too for digestive related problems. Also remember, this black pepper is one of the best flavoring agents in many lehyas. So many lehyas and kashayams में इसका usage हम करते हैं, and that is called as, you remember the name, prakshepaka dravyas. Okay, so that is flavoring agents. It itself has some medicinal property, as well as it is a very good flavoring agent, right? Yes, many of you, I'm very happy to see this. Many of you, let me count, almost more than 20 people have sent the answer. Very nice. Correct. Black pepper, long pepper, and ginger. This combination is trikatu. Very good. See, that is what I sometimes feel. Even the students whom we teach, sometimes they are not so very much interested. What is this black? No, not dalchini. Pratibha, not dalchini. Okay. Next is cardamom. What is cardamom? Cardamom is elaichi. So Elateria cardamom is the botanical name, and इसका Sanskrit name है Ela. There are two varieties, Sthula Ela and Sukshma Ela. Sukshma Ela is what we generally use, but as a masala item, Sthula Ela is also used, which is botanically identified as Amomum subulatum. So this also belongs to Gingiberaceae family, and it is mostly found in coastal region and hilly areas. Okay, right. Then let us see the different indications. And also remember, this cardamom is one of the another three group of drugs called as Trijata. So Trijata is again a very good flavoring agent. It gives lot of, very nice flavor as well as aroma. Twak, Ela, and Patra. Twak is Dalchini, Ela is this cardamom, Patra is cinnamon tamala, Palauka leaf, Palauka patta, we call it as, isn't it? So the cardamom is used chiefly in medicines to relieve flatulence and for strengthening digestion activities. See, this also helps in improving digestion, and most of the spices, all of you remember, they help in improving the digestive juice secretion, right? Then, when green cardamom, that is the fresh cardamom, is broadly used to treat infection in teeth and gums. See, we were knowing regarding lavang, isn't it? The clove oil. So, also this cardamom is very helpful in treating the infections of the teeth, to prevent and treat throat troubles and congestion of lungs. So, Eladivati is the most common prescription which generally Ayurvedic physician they give. So, Eladivati is to be chewed for some time. See, instead of going for some alcoholic preparations, lozenges, and troches, we can very well use this Eladivati. Daily gargling with an infusion of cardamom and cinnamon cures pharyngitis, sore throat, and also protects one from flu. So it's a natural remedy, isn't it? The what is this? Gandusha or kavala with this cardamom ka flavored water. So equal on par with lavanga. This helps in relieving tooth pain also. Usage. Commonest herbal preparations, the preparation Eladivati is widely used for cough, throat related problems. See, इसको हम साइलागॉग बोलते हैं. इसका मतलब है saliva enhancing agent. So जहां पर भी ड्राइनेस है थ्रोट में, ऐसे कंडीशंस में अगर ये एलादिवटी या फिर एला का प्रिपरेशंस यूज करते हैं, तो इट कॉजेस, इट शोज अ सॉर्ट ऑफ डेमल्सेंट एक्टिविटी. इसका मतलब है सूथिंग mucosa, the mucosa inside, so that has to be soothed, just like how we apply body lotion, right? So which is a soothing, which causes a sort of soothing effect for our skin. Similarly, for our mucosa, the soothing effect is called as demulcent activity. So this is a very good demulcent also. और इसके साथ ही एक और बात, it helps in reducing pitta, one thing. Second thing, you might have observed this cardamom goes very well with even sweet preparations, as well as it's a very good spice for even our palaus and all spicy preparations. एंड थर्ड थिंग ये है कि ये येला का जल हम प्रिपेयर करके यूज करते हैं तो इट इंक्रीजेस द क्वांटिटी ऑफ यूरिन. सो अगर रैशेस या पित्त रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स है शरीर में और जलन है, ऑल दीज कंडीशंस में ये येला का जल हम यूज कर सकते हैं, जिससे यूरिन का क्वांटिटी ज्यादा होके ऑल द प्रॉब्लम पित्त रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स or the doshas are flushed out. So this is about yela. Of course, it is also used as a flavoring agent in many lehyas and other preparations of Ayurveda. Next is cinnamon. Cinnamon is dalchini. So iska Sanskrit name hai twak. So cinnamon tamala is the botanical name. So you know what part is cinnamon? It is twak, means the bark, isn't it? Stem bark. Then cinnamon is used for stimulating gastric and digestive juices, and it's a very good carminative. So now you know what is carminative. Carminative is that which helps in improving the digestive ability as well as sphincter relaxation, जिसके वजह से gas easily pass हो जाता है, right? So such action is seen in a carminative drug. It is an antiseptic that helps to kill bacteria which cause tooth decay and gum disease. See, that is why you can see most of the toothpastes are cinnamon flavored. So it has a tinge of sweet taste also, isn't it? Sweet with little bit of bitterness and astringent. All these are seen in cinnamon, isn't it? So it also kills many fungi and viruses that cause diseases. It helps calm the stomach. So that is why you might have seen people use this cinnamon water. So to improve this digestion as well as diabetes जैसे conditions में. It also clears up urinary tract infections. So UTI में भी ये बहुत उपयुक्त है. In diabetic patients, it helps metabolize sugar in a better way using less insulin. So that is why diabetic patients have the habit of consuming the cinnamon water, right? Then, so how, you have asked how to make cinnamon water. Just put some cinnamon into the water and boil. That's it. Along with its use in recipe formulation, it is also used as twak in Ayurvedic medicine. Yes, of course, it is also a very good flavoring agent for many Ayurvedic medicines, right? One among Trijata. Next is cumin seeds. So cumin means jeera. So why the name jeera? वो जीर्ण के लिए बहुत उपयुक्त है, इसलिए जीरा. Okay. So it is jeera in English, sorry, Hindi, cumin seeds in English, and jeeraka in Sanskrit. So indications. See, this jeeraka and ajwan and dhania, all these belong to the same family called as umbelliferae family. So most of the spices or medicines, even our dhania, yeah, I told you, dhania, all these belong to this same family. So इस family members में हम कुछ specific essential oils देख सकते हैं, which all have this ability to relax the sphincter and help passing out of gas easily. Okay, this oil is specially used to remove flatulence. So that is what is flatulence. Flatus is the gas. So flatulence is accumulation of gas inside the stomach or abdomen, whatever, in the digestive system specifically. Yes. So what do we do with this jeera? A cup of tea made from caraway seeds taken thrice a day after a meal will give relief. But don't make it a habit to have jeera water every day after every meal. So whenever there is problem, you can have. Then this fried cumin seeds with salt help in better digestion. Yes, of course, this helps in digestion. It is a very good source of iron also. Then usage, used widely in Indian food preparations. We also have some classical preparations like Jeera Kadyarishta and Jeera Kadyavaleha or Jeera Kavaleha. See, specifically this Jeera helps in relaxing the smooth muscle fibers. Also the period pain, dysmenorrhea जैसे conditions में भी ये बहुत अच्छा है. And sometimes at the later stages of pregnancy when there is false pain, generally at home, our elders, ladies, they would suggest usage of this jeera water. If it is a false pain, it subsides within short time. If the pain does not subside, then yes, they are taken to the hospital, right? So that indicates that it is real pain, isn't it? So you might have heard about this or seen your elders saying this also. Next is carom seeds. Carom seeds or ajwan seeds. So again, this is a very common kitchen ingredient. What are the indications? We have used this regularly for small children also, right? The very common om water. And most of the, what to say, preparations which help in relieving this colicky pain in small children and adults, whatever. So all these, if it is an Ayurvedic medicine, definitely it would contain this ajwan. Indications are it is antispasmodic, cardioprotective, also a good source of iron. See, both jeera and ajwan are good source of iron. It is expectorant. Expectorant ka matlab kya hai? So it is like when there is consolidated mucus in the accumulated in the lungs. So that is liquefied and expectorare means to drive away. So it is a Latin word, expectorare. इससे ये expectorant terminology is derived. Okay, so what it does is it helps in liquefying the mucus, and the quantity of the mucus becomes more, and since the quantity is more, it is easily put out. Maybe in the form of vomiting, or sometimes as it is continuously some mucus keeps on coming out, right? So that is expectorant. It help in drying up the secretions, and that is why it is not advised to take this ajwan for a long time, because इससे dryness create हो सकता है. Then usage. Oil with ajwan seeds fried in it and applied on pain affected areas. Also remember, this ajwan is very good in relieving joint pains. You all remember what is ama, right? So ama means agni ki kami hone se. You all remember how many times we have said? Maybe can I expect anyone to type this and send it? What is ama? This helps in relieving ama and also joint pain because of ama. इसका लेप भी अप्लाई करते हैं, इसको क्रश करके. यस, वन करेक्ट आंसर आई हैव गॉट. सो इसको क्रश करके इससे लेप, और along with some other ayurvedic powders. Yes, yes. See, please type it in a single message. Okay, Sandhya. Right. Okay. ये लेप को लगाने से after some time the muscles are relaxed and the pain is relieved. So this is about ajwan. Hing, that is asafoetida. Hingu is the Sanskrit name. Ferula foetida is the name of the plant. So all of you have heard of hingu. All of you have used this hingu. So many of you don't like this sometimes, isn't it? So how is this hingu obtained? See, the best quality hingu is obtained from Afghanistan region. Okay. So many nowadays we see lot of adult trends along with this hingu. There is a genuinity test for hingu also, just like turmeric. All of you can refer about this and try the, just see if the sample that you have got is genuine or not. Second thing. Third is, how do you procure this hingu is, there is a plant by name Ferula foetida. So kya karna hai, you have to put a incision nearer to the ground, okay, in the stem. So sort of secretions, liquid resinous matter comes out of this incision in the plant. Within 1 or 2 days, the secretion stops and it gets solidified. That is collected, and that is nothing but hingu. Okay. So for it is available in many forms, like in powder, granules, or paste, or many other forms. But mostly adulterated it is. So you need to find a genuine sample. Indications and usage. Yes, of course, this hingu belongs to Umbelliferae family. This is also very rich in essential oils, that is volatile oils, which help in relaxation of the smooth muscles and also help in relieving the flatulence, right? Then for gas and flatulence, you may add a pinch of hing to buttermilk with a pinch of salt and drink it after meals. So this is one very simple and very effective remedy. In case of stomach ache, a little hing should be dissolved in water and paste should be applied on the navel. So this is external as well as internal treatment. And then a piece of hing placed on the aching tooth. So that also helps in relieving the pain. It can be fried in ghee. See, there is a specific method of shodhana of hingu. purification of hingu. So just fry it in the ghee, and it is given to the patient suffering from neuromuscular disorders such as sciatica, facial palsy, paralysis, etc., for relief from pain, right? In breathing disorders such as coughs and cold, it can be consumed in doses of 1.2 to 1.5. It is not 12 to 15 gram as it is given in the slide. So limited and very minimal quantity of hingu only should be used. Otherwise, it causes severe gastric disturbances, vomiting, and all these. Okay. Generally, people cannot tolerate the smell of hingu, but it is good for health. But if it is taken in excess dosage, again, it's not good. And hingu vachadi taila is one of the very important oils that we practice we use for basti, and hingvashtaka churna. So this is very good for relieving gas. So how we advise a patient is hingvashtaka churna with first morsel of food. So that is to be consumed to reduce the problem related to flatulence. Yes, done with the kitchen spices. Now let us have a look at some of the uh, very commonly used herbs and plants of Ayurveda. Ashwagandha. From the past 2 years, you might have heard about ashwagandha, the name. Very commonly used and most researched drug is ashwagandha. बोटानिकली इसका नाम है वाइथेनिया सोमनिफेरा. ये बैंगन की जाति का एक प्लांट है. Ashwagandha, the name. Why the name Ashwagandha? Does it smell like horse? The roots of Ashwagandha smells like horse urine. इसलिए इसका नाम है Ashwagandha. So it has many other names like Vajigandha, Hayagandha and all. In English, इस plant का name है winter cherry. And then it is a herb, actually, not even a shrub. ये तो dry arid zones में ज्यादा मिलता है this ashwagandha plant. And कौन सा part बहुत useful है? It is the moola or the root. So this is basic information about ashwagandha. Let us see what the slide says. Ashwagandha is a very good aphrodisiac. So aphrodisiac is that which enhances the power, stamina in males. And then it is anti-anxiety. See, it is not, see, generally ashwagandha is termed as, this is a medicine for males. No, it is not so. It is good for everyone in the sense it is anti-anxiety, anti-stress, and used in insomnia. Insomnia is sleeplessness. It is also useful in conditions of stress to relieve the stress and also anxiety. Then it is a very good medhya dravya, we say. Medha ka matlab hai the intellect, the ability to understand a given what to say grantha or whatever like that. So understanding ability, that is called as intellect. So this is a very good intellect promoting herb. It is anti-inflammatory also. So in the COVID situation, this ashwagandha trial of this ashwagandha on many patients were done. It has shown great results in improving the immunity as well. So very good immunomodulator drug it is, and it is anti-inflammatory, very good for strengthening the joints, for strengthening the muscles. इसे हम बल्य ब्रह्मणा भी बोलते हैं. That means बल को increase कर देता है. And it is a wonder drug because in lean people it helps in improving the strength, but in obese people it would help them in reducing their weight, extra unwanted weight को कम करके it helps in improving the muscle mass. So also it is rasayana. Now you know what is rasayana, right? रस धातु से लेकर शुक्र धातु तक सब धातुओं का health improve करना. That is the main action of rasayana, right? So you all know rasayana vaji karna we have already discussed, right? So this is a very good rasayana dravya. So you can just search for some research papers about ashwagandha. Lots of research have been carried out. So ashwagandha can be very safely used in most of the problems, or even as a tonic from small children to aged people. Small children में ये general health improve कर देता है. In males, it also helps in improving the stamina, power. In females, it is good during all phases of female life, like from menarche to menopause, every stage. And in old age, it is very helpful in combating geriatric diseases. Okay, so ashwagandha is a most commonly used, very safe and effective औषध. Okay, next is shallaki. What is this shallaki? इसका botanical name है Boswellia serrata. So ये एक tree का resinous substance है. So let us see what the slide says. It is anti-inflammatory. It has anti-inflammatory property. That means सूजन कम करने वाला जैसे property. Treats ulcer because of शीत गुना. So it helps in healing of the ulcers. Okay, ulcers and wounds, all these. Then asthma में भी ये बहुत अच्छा है, and even in dysentery. So ये शल्यकी को हम joint pains में ज्यादा देते हैं. It's a very good muscle relaxant also. So many preparations of shallaki are available. You can just go through this. Okay, easyayurveda.com. You can refer this for all these. Next is triphala, one of my most favorite topic. This is triphala. Just a minute. Huh. So this triphala is combination of three fruits. Three phala. Phala ka matlab hai fruits. So which are the three? Harde, baheda and amla. Haritaki, vibhitaki and amalaki. Terminalia chebula, Terminalia bellerica, then Embolica officinalis. So these are the three fruits. These are the three plants. So triphala is combination of dried fruits of these three. So 2-3 days back, many of you were asking, what should be the proportion? It should be equal, or 1:2:3, or 1:2:4. So what? See, basically, amla, that is amalaki, is said to be uh, uh, sorry, this haritaki is said to be dvikarsha. Dvi means 2, karsha ka matlab hai 12. So up to 24 grams. This is one name of haritaki, that is dvikarsha. Vibhitaki is said to be karshaphala, that means 12 grams. Almost, yes, karsha means 12. And amalaki is said to be ardha karshaphala, that is 6 grams. Almost the sukha hua amalaki, that should weigh somewhere around 6 grams. So if I ask you to take this triphala in equal quantity, what would you do? You would take 1 fruit of haritaki, 2 fruits of vibhitaki, and 4 fruits of amalaki, isn't it? If I ask you to take powder, how would you manage? So 5 grams of haritaki, 5 grams of vibhitaki, 5 grams of amalaki, right? So if I ask you to take fruits, 1:2:4 should be the ratio. If I ask you to take powder, take equal quantity of all these powders, mix and have. So there are different references, different schools of thought regarding the proportion and all these. So some people, what they do is they separately take these three in different form, different proportions, 1:2:4 or 1:2:3. But whatever, see, among these triphala, haritaki is very good for vata related problems, vibhitaki good for kapha related problems, and amalaki the best for pitta related problems. So the combination itself is tridosha shamaka or tridosha hara. So triphala, however you take, you can have great benefits from triphala. So it is being sold only as a laxative in many Ayurvedic shops. When people approach these shopkeepers asking for remedy for constipation, the first thing that an Ayurvedic shopkeeper gives is triphala. But this is much, much more than a just a laxative or constipation medicine. Okay, so let us see what the slide says. It's a very good natural laxative. It helps in relaxation of obesity, in the sense, if you are habituated to consume this triphala regularly, you would not become too obese, because this has the ability to maintain or manage the weight. Then, because it keeps all the three doshas in normalcy, in a balanced state, right? Then it improves digestion. Yes, it has this cleansing activity. So digestion improvement kaisa karta hai? It helps in proper elimination of feces. So it almost washes the digestive system, in the sense it cleans the digestive system, so that you will have good agni, good digestive ability, metabolism, all these things. So anti-inflammatory property, इसका मतलब है सूजन कम करने वाला, also infection को control में रखने वाले जैसे property. It is good for eyes and helps in wound healing. See, it is not only for eyes, it is also good for hair, good for skin, good for memory, good for everything. So इसलिए क्योंकि हम हरी तकी को माँ ऐसे मानते हैं. There is a saying, yasya grihe mata nasti tasya mata haritaki. In the sense, haritaki takes care of us like a mother. So in whichever home there is no mother, they should compulsorily have this haritaki. Then it is also said that haritaki manushyanam mata ivahitakarini कदाचित कुप्यते माता नोदरस्था हरितकी. इसका मतलब है हरितकी हम लोगों को माँ जैसा है, जैसी है. एंड कभी कभी mother gets angry, but never the haritaki that is there in your stomach already. So that means it helps in improving the taste. That means just like a mother who prepares delicious food for the child, this also helps in knowing the taste. First thing. Second thing, takes care of the child like timely elimination of feces, timely elimination of urine. All these are controlled by haritaki. And similarly, आमलकी को हम एक बहुत अच्छा सा सिनोनिम दे दिया है. It is धात्री. So धात्री is also mother, right? So not just as a laxative, this triphala can be consumed as a रसायन द्रव्य. That means रस धातु से लेकर शुक्र धातु तक हर धातु का पुष्टि ठीक तरह से हो जाता है in those who are habituated to intake of this triphala. So there are many preparations of triphala that are available, like triphala churna, triphala ghrita, then triphala ka many triphala ka kashai and many things. So it can be used externally, internally in many in almost all problems. Like we have told, wound healing. So it helps in proper wound healing, and also it is good for wash. That is washing the hair, applying the triphala churna itself as lepa, using it as a tooth powder, washing the eyes with triphala ka decoction. So in every disease, every problem, it is the best remedy. So most of the Ayurvedic doctors compulsorily they will have this triphala as one of the ingredients or one of the medicines in their prescription, right? Okay, next is Brahmi. So all of you know about this Brahmi, I guess, because Brahmi, the name itself, as it says, Brahmi means Saraswati. So very good for those who are, who seek for knowledge, who are studying, for students, for improving the memory. And in small children, yes, it is good for improving memory and brain functions. In teenagers or those who are in middle age, it is good for relieving stress. In old age, it is good to keep the worries away and have a good sleep. So it improves brain function, helps in hyperactivity and anxiety, helps in insomnia. It lowers the inflammation and it's a very good antacid. So Brahmi Vati, plain, Brahmi Vati gold. There are many preparations. Brahmi Taila, good for the hair, scalp health. So all these, right? So Brahmi is said to be Buddhi Vardhak, that is, which improves the intellect because it makes our senses clear and gives a very good night's sleep. So it does not act like the sleep pill or all those. See, what it does is the quality of sleep improves with intake of this Brahmi, right? So Brahmi is a very good intellect promoting as well as anti-stress, all these, right? Then Giloy. So Har Ghar Ka Baat, Giloy. All of us should compulsorily have this Giloy plant at home. Giloy is termed as Guduchi in Sanskrit. Its botanical name is Tinospora cordifolia, and it is a great medicine for preventing many viral diseases, curing viral diseases, very good immunomodulant. Okay. So Giloy or Amrita is the best Sanskrit name of Giloy. Though it has many names, Amrita is the best name or the best synonym we can say. It's a very good rasayan, immunomodulatory, used in certain arthritic conditions like gouty arthritis. See, not just gouty arthritis, Even in rheumatoid arthritis and many other conditions, this is one of the drug of choice. It is used in all types of fever. Okay, any type of fever you say, there giloika preparations are used, like amritarishta, guduchi sattva, guduchi ghanavati. See, from the past 2 years, the entire world suffer with this. What? Yes, the pandemic. All these. So that again, just like ashwagandha, many works were carried out with the usage of this guduchi or giloy. Also ashwagandha. You can refer many research papers and so many success stories with giloy. It's also good for indigestion. It's used in respiratory disorders, not just all these, many more. Like it improves the quality of breast milk. If the mother, the new mother is using this guduchi, it improves the quality of breast milk, and it's a very good blood purifier also. Yes, this is about guduchi. Of course, see, we teach all these herbs, all these shrubs, or all these medicinal plants for students of second year BAMS. So it's a 1.5 year term, what to say, this profession stage, jahan par, the students are taught about 120 detailed drugs and 250 non-detailed drugs. Each topic here, like Brahmi only, we teach for 2 hours minimum. So showing the plants, teaching Giloy also, of course, 3 days we take, for Triphala again 3 days. So it's a very vast subject. Because of time constraint, everything is reduced and all the important drugs are covered within one class. And that too half slide, isn't it? If you are interested, please refer more. The best website that you can refer is www.easyayurveda.com, and of course many more. You can find research articles in PubMed, right? So this is about aaj ka class. Let us see what is the time. Oh, it's already 6:04. Sorry, didn't see the time. Okay, so aaj ka class khatam. So any questions? All these I would wish to see these in the query form. This is the last week interactive session, last interactive session. So I would expect many questions this week. So last date is tomorrow. So by tomorrow, the query form reaches me. So what does that mean? You will have to ask question before that. So today itself, start typing. Okay. Yes. All these herbs, let us conclude this. Sorry. All these herbs are available in the form of extracted capsules of various brands. You can always consume them as per your doctor's advice. This is the tagline. Please look at this. This is the tagline. So don't go for self medication. Of course, kitchen spices से आप कुछ अच्छा सा recipes बना सकते हो, लेकिन you should know where to use what. Like not for every type of cough we prefer black pepper. Not for every type of sneezing we go for haldi, right? So like that. It is said that Pathye sati gadartasya kim aushadasya nishevanam. Pathye asati gadartasya kim aushadasya nishevanam. So both appear to be same, both the lines, but both have exactly different meanings, opposite meanings. इसका first line का मतलब है, if one is following Pathya, what is the need of medicines? इसका मतलब है there is no need of any medicine if you are following Pathya properly. If you are if you know how to use your food as medicine, you don't need any extra medicine. Pathye asati gadartasya kim aushadasya nishevanam. This means if you are not at all following Pathya, then what is the use of medicine? That means the medicine does not show its action properly, or medicine does not work if you are not properly following Pathya. So with this statement, I would like to end today's class. So all of you keep reading. Happy learning, happy evening. So the questions and all will be carried over to tomorrow or interactive session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.